Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health TV and radio show. I'm your host, Sara Banta. I'm a health coach, natural supplement expert, and a busy mom of three. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you're notified every week with my new podcast Mondays and Tuesdays. And if you haven't already, join my free group coaching on Telegram with the link below. I teach you on a daily basis with tips and tools to enhance your health, and you will be a part of a like-minded group to support you on your journey, in addition to truly taking control of your health. The protocols and supplements I discuss are all found at sarabantahealth.com. I'm laughing because my kids always make fun of me at my intro and saying that I'm a busy mom of three and I'm a wife, which means that I have three people younger than, in their teens and in their early 20s. And then I have a husband who don't care about my business. They just want to make sure that what I say actually works. And so they're my biggest critics, and they are there to make sure that what I'm saying to you is actually real. And today's no different. Thyroid symptoms in males. And I have a husband who's 53 who may have a slowing down thyroid like 90% of you out there. So I better have some tools that's going to kick it up and correct the situation. Otherwise, I hear about it in my personal life and not just in my business. So wanted to let you know that is why I always say that. And for those of you out there who are moms and who are wives or husbands, know that family members are your biggest critics and they keep you in line. So that is going to make sure that I know what I'm talking about and I don't bring to you things that don't work. So while it's true that most people who suffered from hypothyroidism or thyroid issues are women, thyroid health does affect men. And for all of you women out there listening, thinking, oh, well, this is all about men and are going to shut off the listening of the podcast, this is going to apply to you as well. It also is going to help you help your men, because if their thyroid's not working, they're not happy and they're not fun to be around. So we need to boost our men up so we enjoy being around them more. So part of the issue, though, is that men are less likely to get blood tests and be diagnosed with hypothyroidism or any health condition for that matter. So back to the basics. The thyroid is the master endocrine gland. It affects stress, hormones, adrenal health, energy, metabolism, and then, of course, fat burning. And the thyroid gland regulates the male testes, pituitary gland, pineal gland, hypothalamus, pancreas, and adrenals. Many men with hypothyroidism go undiagnosed, and they view their symptoms caused by a mood disorder or a hormone disorder or just erectile dysfunction or male issues, but they don't connect it to the thyroid. So what are the symptoms in the males that they should look out for? And this goes for women too. Hair loss, low sex drive and libido, an enlarged prostate, delayed ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, loss of muscle mass, fat gain, and weight gain. And for men, the weight gain is usually around the belly. Women, it's more in the hips and the thighs. Then they'll have mood changes, constipation, fatigue, a slowed metabolism, water retention. I can tell when my thyroid shuts down because I'm constipated. I feel like everything's just kind of stuck in my midsection, like my digestion isn't working. I'm constipated. I'm retaining water. My ankles are retaining water. Everything's just like, ugh. It's all just stuck. Well, that's because the thyroid is so integral for all of our health, for every bodily function. Men will get leptin resistance, and so will women. Lowered testosterone, and that also happens in women. Remember, us women have more testosterone than estrogen and progesterone. We just don't have as much as men, but we all need that testosterone and growth hormone for that drive and motivation, for the fat burning, all of those great feel-good hormones. Man boobs, and then depression and anxiety. And I'm talking a lot about depression and anxiety and mental health. A lot of people are getting misdiagnosed with depression or anxiety, but really it's about their thyroid. They have hypothyroidism. If you feel sluggish mentally and physically, of course you're going to be depressed, right? Or anxious that the depression isn't going away. All of these things are connected. Because most men fail to go to the doctor for thyroid labs, they are then misdiagnosed. And then if they go to a psychologist or psychiatrist for a mood disorder, that doctor isn't going to go test them for their thyroid. You ask anyone in your world that's on an antidepressant if their doctor tested for thyroid labs. And maybe they tested for TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. That is a stimulating hormone. That is a pituitary hormone. That is not a thyroid hormone. We need to get the full thyroid panel to look at. So then what happens is these men take antidepressants, testosterone therapy. That does not correct the root of the problem. In fact, I have one client that is gaining weight, doesn't know why. So we did the blood tests. We put them on testosterone boosting supplements, does not want to be doing testosterone therapy. And then we also increased some thyroid supplements to help with that. We then redid the test and said, look, if your testosterone's in a great range, if you took testosterone therapy, all it's going to do is shut down your own really good production of testosterone. But your issue is the thyroid. So we need to focus on the thyroid. So most people are not doing that. You need to look at all of it, and it's all related. So how do we address thyroid problems in males? And then, of course, this affects females too. Number one, the acceleridine iodine. And I talk about it for, it's antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. I'm now using a face mask at night with my castor oil, the accelerated castor oil, and the acceleridine, and putting it on my face. Why? Because both of them are antibacterial, so it's addressing any acne or zits or blemishes, but then it's soaking, the castor oil is helping the iodine soak into the skin even better, creating apoptosis. Apoptosis, the destruction of dead and diseased cells. It's increasing the turnover. So that's anti-aging. So I'm getting skin rejuvenation from the outside, and then of course from the inside when I'm actually taking the iodine. So one of the primary health benefits of the acceleridine iodine is increasing ATP and mitochondrial health, which is the powerhouses of the cells. And when mitochondrial health improves, anti-aging mechanisms become engaged, the immune system strengthens, metabolism improves, fat burning increases. But the iodine's the only one the acceleridine is the only iodine to have 100% absorption for all 100 trillion cells in the body, not just the thyroid. And it helps regulate the estrogen and the testosterone balance in males. It also cleanses the blood so the liver can do its job in producing estrogen binding protein that alleviates that estrogen dominance in men. It helps detox the brain and body from the radiation and heavy metals that cause brain fog, depression, anxiety, hormonal imbalance, metabolism issues, fatigue, and more. And then it's also kicking out the toxins out of the thyroid, feeding the thyroid the proper iodine for the thyroid hormones, T4, T3, T2. All of those stand for tyrosine and 4, 3, and 2 molecules of iodine. So you cannot have thyroid hormones working without iodine or without tyrosine. Where does tyrosine come from? It comes from animal protein. And you hear me talking a lot about wild animal protein. We'll get into that in a minute. But you need that tyrosine, and that's also why we include it in the accelerated thyroid. But the acceleradine is helping detox the liver, helping with the conversion of T4 to T3, helping with the estrogen dominance that causes the man boobs and the lack of muscle mass and the excess body weight that men experience. But then what it's also doing is it's increasing that ATP production. And because the thyroid's the master endocrine gland, controlling the adrenals, the gonads, and so much more, that iodine is making it possible to help with erectile dysfunction and the functioning of the gonads and the prostate and the adrenal glands. It is all connected. So if your thyroid's not working, your adrenals are going to be tapped, your gonads aren't going to function properly, and everything just goes in the wrong direction. So iodine, iodine, iodine. I can't say it enough. So acceleradine is the only one that feeds all 100 trillion cells. And it also has scalar frequencies to detox the body of the radiation and the heavy metals, which are causing so many issues mentally and physically. It's disrupting our ATP production. From all of the 5G, the EMFs, our smartphones, from the spike protein, which is doing damage to all of our organs, the acceleradine is helping reverse that damage. Then you've got the accelerated thyroid. This has been out since, I believe, November of 2022, just a few months. The amount of feedback in a positive way that I've gotten that this is changing people's lives. Between the accelerated thyroid and the acceleradine, Hashimoto's hypothyroidism is being reversed. People are getting off their medications with the help of their doctors, of course. The accelerated thyroid combines ancient herbal Ayurvedic wisdom with the advanced glandular therapy, in addition to the ingredients like tyrosine that not only the thyroid health needs, but overall physical and mental health are. It's addressing those issues as well. And lastly, it's enhanced with scalar frequencies like the acceleradine, with our proprietary scalar field technology to embed the product with specific healing patterns that ultimately improve mental and physical energy. And those scalar frequencies include the ones that enhance the general health of the thyroid, neutralize toxins found in the thyroid, such as chlorine, fluorine, mercury, and other heavy metals. And it also neutralizes radiation and nuclear fallout. And what's so great is because they are in 3 caps of 100 milligrams is the dose, you can titrate up and down depending on if you're on medication, if you're on Thyroid or Armor. You can start titrating the dosage up and getting off of your medication with the guidance of your doctor. And you can also take the accelerated thyroid with the accelerated keto at the same time. And people are just seeing a huge jump in their energy. And that's at the cellular level. That's because it's increasing ATP production between the accelerated thyroid, accelerated keto. Next, you've got the accelerated ancient salt. And why is this important for your thyroid? This plumps up the volume of fluid inside and outside of the cells, which encourages the cleansing of the liver, supports apoptosis, that destruction of disease and cancer cells, eliminates excess estrogen, helps with the fat burning, and supports healthy thyroid function. You can put it on your tongue to help with suppressing your appetite, to help with hydrating the cells. You don't just hydrate the body with water. You need all the minerals and the electrolytes. And the accelerated ancient salt has over 62 minerals in it. You can put it on your food, and you will see a difference in that intracellular hydration. Next, you've got Cognoblast. This is one of the first supplements in the world combining traditional Ayurvedic herbs, just like the accelerated thyroid, but these herbs are known to enhance brain function. Then you add in the smart nutraceuticals, and this is a completely different type of nootropic. People have never seen anything like it. It helps alleviate the mental anxiety, depression, agitation, and fatigue and frustration associated with thyroid issues in males. I can't tell you the amount of stress our men are under financially, with the global stress, with the fear-based mentality we're in. All of this is tapping their adrenals. It is slowing down their thyroid. The belly fat is just getting more and more. And then what happens with that belly fat is that is storing the excess estrogen. And then that excess estrogen increases the fat storing hormones. So it's this vicious cycle. So to help that and to help combat that, the Cognoblast is elevating their mood, alleviating the depression, anxiety, and improving their mental performance at work, so they feel like they're more in control. And what that's going to do, it's going to lower stress, increase ATP production and cellular energy, decrease the inflammation in the brain and the body, reduce that stress, increase learning speed, increasing mood, and in turn, their thyroid and metabolism are going to improve as well. Accelerated keto. This not only flips the body into ketosis, which increases fat burning, but it also contains ingredients that synergistically increase mood, provide that stable and extended energy, cleanse the liver for improved thyroid hormone conversion from T4 to T3, and supports overall mental and physical health. I always say that the accelerated keto is the key to the Ascent Diet Cleanse that we talk about, because it takes someone from saying, oh, I don't know if I can intermittent fast, I don't know if I can really stay away from my sugar cravings, to the point where they say, I can do this. I can feel a jump in my energy. And now I'm feeling this sense of I can focus on the right foods to eat. I can focus on doing all of the right things. And why is that? It improves mental focus, increased performance, suppresses the appetite. It boosts the ketones. So your ketones are a different fuel to the brain. So think about the brain burning that gas guzzling. It's kind of like the Suburban burning that gas, right? Has a whole bunch of exhaust. It's inflammatory. It's causing all of this waste in your brain. Your brain then starts to not use it for energy because it becomes insulin resistant or resistant in the brain, just like it does in the body. And most of you, 9 out of 10 people now, are insulin resistant or pre-diabetic. Well, that goes for the brain too. So when your brain is insulin resistant or pre-diabetic, it's then not going to accept that sugar or glucose for energy. So then when you provide these awesome ketones to the brain, it's like switching from the gas guzzling Suburban to the clean burning electric Tesla, where it's really seamless and clean energy. Well, now you're feeding those brain cells these ketones, and the brain says, oh my gosh, I love this fuel. Let's keep it going. Let's start running on a cleaner path, and we have a lot less waste and a lot less inflammation. So the brain is happy, and the cells are happy, and the body's happy. It's helping. The accelerated keto is stimulating that metabolic shift away from glucose dependence, and now being able to use fat for energy, your body fat or the fat you're eating. And it provides this clean energy that lasts 8 to 12 hours. So what is in the thyroid, or the accelerated keto, beyond the ketones that no other supplement has? L-threonine. So what is L-threonine? It's known as the ultimate anti-aging supplement because it defats the liver. So it's lipotrophic, meaning it breaks down the saturated fats in your body into unsaturated fats. Why is this important? Those unsaturated fats are much easier for the body to utilize and convert that solid stored fat in the body into liquid unsaturated fats, which is then easier for the body to burn. And so this is defatting the liver on a daily basis before you engage in that liver flush that I want you to do 3 to 4 times a year. The more your liver's defatted or unclogged, the easier it is for the liver to function in all those areas, in addition to converting the T4 to T3. Then in the accelerated keto, you've got mucil. Mucil is a rare Ayurvedic herb known to break down the fats in the body, and it provides that energy spark. And then it will also increase the metabolic rate. So on top of providing the ketones, the accelerated keto has mucil that's also helping increase the ketones, spark the metabolism more, detox the liver more, and it also helps with water retention. And then you've got in there the tricot-2, and that helps increase the digestive fire. Most of you are complaining that your digestion isn't working like it used to. No, because we're aging and our hormones and everything is affecting our digestion. We don't have the enzymes that we used to have, that we could just literally be garbage cans and eat whatever we wanted. Now we need a little bit more help. That tricot-2 helps. With the combination of the pure caffeine, the teocrine, and the dynamine, you've got this amazing mental, physical spark and energy. It's like a caffeine boost, but there's no jitters and there's no crash. And it improves the energy, mental clarity, mood, and motivation. And I talk about this in my podcast on caffeine, which I'm not against caffeine, but with the teocrine, dynamine, and pure caffeine, the accelerated keto, a lot of people are saying they don't need their caffeine, or they need a lot less. Then when you add in the acceleradine, the accelerated thyroid, and the cognoblast, a lot of people are getting off of their coffee. I have downgraded from coffee to just a very low caffeinated tea because I like a warm drink in the morning. And it's been this nice, steady energy that I have all day long. I can intermittent fast as long as I want. I'm choosing when to eat instead of the food choosing it for me. I decide when to eat because my appetite is suppressed and my energy is great all day long. So those are the ingredients in the accelerated keto. When you then start adding in the stem cell activation patches, your energy shoots through the roof. Why? Because we are triggering ATP production, and we are taking our cells back to our 20-year-old versions of ourselves. So what happens when that happens? Our body is detoxing better. It's detoxing the estrogens, the xenoestrogens, the toxins, the heavy metals. We're able to digest better. There's less inflammation. All of our cells are working better. So you've got the X39 stem cell activation patch. It's going to activate your own stem cell production by elevating that GHK copper peptide for regeneration and repair. And this peptide resets 4,000 genes to a younger state, helps detox the body of toxins and radiation that lead to hypothyroidism, depression, anxiety, brain fog in men and women. And it helps repair the collagen in all of your tissues, activates stem cell production, encourages that apoptosis of cancer cells. And so you've got apoptosis triggered by X39, by acceleradine, by accelerated keto. All of these things are working together. The Eon patch, I love this patch. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-stress, the happy patch. So when you're stressed, cortisol shoots up, epinephrine shoots up, our adrenals are being tapped out. The adrenal cascade then affects our thyroid hormones, because if we're stressed, our T4 is not converting into free T3, which is our active hormone. Instead, it's converting into reverse T3. Reverse T3 is our stress hormone that says we're being chased by a tiger. Slow down the metabolism. Hold on to that body fat. The body fat is a survival mechanism. Slow down thyroid, slow down brain function, slow down everything, because we need to survive. That's the reverse T3. That's great if we're really being chased by a tiger, but if we're not, we don't want that hormone. We need our reverse T3 to be low and our free T3 to be high. That's why we need that tested on a blood test. That's what you need to be asking for. So the Eon patch helps flip you into that state from the sympathetic mode into parasympathetic mode and gets you away from reverse T3. Then the Alavita patch. This is a skin and body regeneration system that works through elevating the peptide, which also helps reduce or induce relaxation and restful sleep. I wear it on my forehead at night, and I don't care what my day looks like and how much stress I'm under. Between the Alavita patch here and my Silent Nights patch and my Eon patch, my sleep is above a 95 on my Aura Ring. Just last night, I got a 98. So Mondays are my big, heavy work days. That was Sunday night. Sunday night, still got a 98 on my sleep score. Glutathione patch. It's known to be the master antioxidant in addition to supporting detoxification, immunity, and protecting your brain. So if we're not detoxing, then we are going to be loaded with these xenoestrogens that are being stored as fat cells. So our body's job is to take all the toxins, filter them through the liver. The liver then puts them, it hopefully gets them out of the body. But right now we're being overburdened with all of these toxins that the body needs to put them somewhere and get them out of the blood. And if there's nowhere to put them, they store them in fat cells. Then the fat cells have these estrogens. Then the more fat cells we have, the more propensity our body is to gain fat and lower our metabolic rate and gain that visceral fat and the fatty liver fat. And then what's going to happen, that's going to lead to hypothyroidism, hormonal imbalances, anxiety, and depression in med. So do you see how all of these things are related and lead to one another? Then you've got the energy enhancer patch. I love these. I wear them every single day. They help increase energy, metabolism, and endurance, reduce fatigue and mental issues associated with hypothyroidism in men. The energy enhancer causes your body to use about 300 more calories a day in fat burning, in addition to providing a boost in circulation throughout the body and encourages mental energy and physical energy. So then when you're feeling better, you actually want to go work out more, and you'll actually have more output in the gym, but then you're going to get more out of your additional output in the gym. Why? Because ATP has increased. So at the cellular level, you've got more mitochondrial health, or more mitochondria, more ATP that's increasing that energy at the cellular level. It also helps with improving digestion, strengthening and tonifying the organs, draining the dampness out of the body. Draining dampness is an Ayurvedic term, and that's water, excess water and inflammation, and increasing the chi, or the life force in the body. So that's also being helped with the energy enhancer patch. The patch also increases beta oxidation in the mitochondria for fat burning. That is the fastest way to burn fat. You can also introduce the Shine Spray, which helps increase testosterone in men, increases energy, increases libido, increases strength, increases immunity, stem cell growth, and improves mood, all factors that help with thyroid related issues. It also it has the frequencies that we've talked about, these scalar frequencies in the accelerated Cognoblast, keto, salt, acceleradine, silver, and gold. Well, the Shine and the Dream sprays also have scalar frequencies to enhance their efficacy. I love the Tomcat Ali that it has in there. That is known to increase testosterone in men and women. I use it every single day. So you can spray them on your wrists and then breathe it into your nose, and you're getting a dual action effect. And then same goes with the Dream Spray. So that's helping with relaxation, reducing stress, calming your nervous system by increasing dopamine, encouraging that restful sleep, which is so important to help with stem cell growth and to help with your hormonal balance and your thyroid health. Now, the full Ascent Diet Cleanse. This is a cleanse that I've put together. It includes the acceleradine, the accelerated keto, the accelerated thyroid, in addition to other supplements to help with the liver cleansing, reset the metabolism, thyroid health, and mental health, and fat burning in men. This is over 30 days, and the change in people is just mind-blowing. Literally within just a couple days, people see that shift and they have the motivation to keep going. This is going to help cleanse the toxins and the radiation and the heavy metals that can clog the thyroid receptor sites. That is with the accelerated cellular detox powder in the cleanse. It's taking all those toxins that we're kicking out, soaking them up, bypassing the liver and the kidneys, and just taking them out of the body very gently. You're also supplementing with quintessential 0.9, the accelerated ancient salt, or the wild lights that's helping with the minerals and electrolytes that's needed for cellular health, metabolism, physical energy, and mental energy in men and women. You have the Laxa Comfort that is helping with constipation. If you are not going to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day, then your toxins are being reabsorbed. The estrogens are being reabsorbed. We've got to poop. We've got to get those toxins out of the body. Constipation will inhibit detoxification of the toxins that can lead to hypothyroidism, recycled estrogen, reduced free testosterone, increased brain fog, and mental issues. The liver flush is going to soften the gallstones and liver stones over 2 weeks. Then you release them out of the body and you see them in the toilet. I just did another one this weekend. It's amazing. I literally can feel my thyroid go boom and shoot up just from doing a liver flush. Your thyroid hormone conversion from T4 to T3 increases. Fat burning increases because why? Where is the fat burning done in the body? in the liver. And then the metabolism is also optimized in men. Next, what we want to incorporate are the lifestyle changes. Alcohol, don't shoot the messenger. But alcohol does disrupt the hypothalamic pituitary thyroid axis. And that is the signaling. So that can lead to hypothyroidism. Furthermore, alcohol increases estrogen in multiple ways. It decreases testosterone, slows down the metabolism, encourages fat storage, backs up the liver, halts the conversion from T4 into the active T3, and leads to chronic anxiety and depression, which then again increases the stress hormones, the reverse T3, all of those things, right? They're all related. Sleep. You gotta get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That will benefit the circadian rhythm regulation, which affects thyroid function. Thyroid health is heavily influenced by the sleep-wake cycle. And if you suffer from insomnia, the lack of sleep is a stressor in the body. Then what will happen is the thyroid will tend to convert that T4 into reverse T3 instead of the active T3. As a result, your metabolism is going to slow down, cortisol will increase, and both of those factors will encourage fat storage. Also, with a lack of sleep, your ghrelin hormone increases. Ghrelin is your hunger hormone. So I don't know if you've ever noticed when you don't get good sleep, the next day you're super hungry. That's because of ghrelin. Next, you want to eliminate the sugars and the processed foods. Sugar and processed foods will increase the estrogens in the body, decrease the ATP production at the cellular level, cause leaky gut, and back up the liver where the T4 converts to the active T3. So you see how all these things are really connected? All of these factors lower the metabolism, testosterone, and fat burning in men. You want to add in intermittent fasting. The benefits of intermittent fasting are endless. And I'm going to get into that in the next couple weeks. But intermittent fasting improves blood sugar control, lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, brain and body, improves helps with dementia, reduces the risk of chronic disease like diabetes, heart disease, and cancer, increases the level of autophagy, which is the cleanup of diseased or damaged cells, increases ATP and mitochondrial health on its own, away from all the supplements. So you add in intermittent fasting to all these supplements I've talked about, your ATP and mitochondrial health will improve significantly. It improves detoxification of the heavy metals, the bad estrogens, and the radiation, improves that insulin resistance, improves fat burning, improves metabolic flexibility so that you can switch from fat burning to glucose burning at any time. And it balances the cholesterol levels. High cholesterol doesn't come from the saturated fats you're eating. It comes from the sugar and the carbs and the processed foods. But intermittent fasting is going to help with your cholesterol levels. And then it also helps strengthen the bones. So intermittent fasting is very helpful with thyroid health. And it also tells your body that, oh, well, I'm in fat burning mode. I'm tapping into my fat stores. I've got thousands of calories on my fat to burn. Therefore, am I in starvation mode? No, I'm not. I can tap into millions or thousands of calories on my body to burn. So let's actually rev up the metabolism. So intermittent fasting, unlike a low caloric diet where you're eating 6 small meals a day and your body says, oh, I'm only getting 100 calorie snack in a couple hours, then I'm going to slow down my metabolism. Intermittent fasting actually revs up the metabolism and revs up the thyroid hormones and health. You want to eliminate Soy. Soy is estrogenic. Soy is in tofu and soy sauce and all of these things that maybe you don't even know are in there. It's in a lot of our crackers and processed foods that we don't even know. A lot of health foods have soy. So really look at the ingredients. Soy can inhibit thyroid function in men, and it can also increase the man boobs in men. To compound the issue, all soy foods is GMO and mimics estrogen in the body, leading to estrogen dominance in men. This will lead to the man boobs, the muscle tone loss, a backed up liver, and then also will inhibit the conversion of T4 to T3. So you want to eliminate the soy, eliminate the GMO foods and grains. These foods are highly inflammatory, cause leaky gut, cause thyroid autoimmune issues, and furthermore, they inhibit the phase 2 estrogen detoxification in the liver. So that's going to back up the liver. Then the liver doesn't know what to do with those toxins. And you know what it means. It means then the estrogens go into the fat cells and the fat cells increase. And then it's this vicious cycle, right? So lastly, through aromatization, testosterone is then converted into estrogen in men, encouraging the storage of belly fat. Lastly, we need to eliminate stress. Easier said than done. But stress causes oxidation and inflammation throughout the body and encourages the T4 to convert into reverse T3, leading to hypothyroidism in men and women. And the issue is compounded due to the stress causing a disruption in detoxification, leaky gut, adrenal burnout, hormonal imbalances. So when the adrenals are overworked, the thyroid and metabolism will suffer. And I just want to touch on that leaky gut. If your leaky gut is causing issues, you're not absorbing the nutrients, right, that we need, and the nutrients we need are putting an additional stressor on the body. So I've gone through a lot of things here. The biggest takeaways are to address the diet, clean it up, add in the accelerated iodine, the accelerated thyroid, the accelerated keto, the cognoblast. Those are the 4 main ones. And then you add in the liver flush and the Ascent Diet Cleanse to round out what you can do for your thyroid health. The patches absolutely enhance the effects. But I know a lot of this can be overwhelming. So these are the things that you can do in priority. And you always want to address your sleep, your stress levels, your diet. Stay away from the sulfur vegetables, away from the oxalates. Those are tapping into thyroid health. The oxalates in the food, like the kale, spinach, almonds, oxalates love the thyroid. So that could be slowing down your thyroid as well. So I go into a lot of those things in detail at sarabantahealth.com and on my podcast. So look up those topics, whether it's oxalates, whether it's leaky gut, mental health, whatever, what have you. And it's all interrelated to the thyroid health, because the thyroid is that master endocrine gland. So thank you for joining me today. And if I can help you with your health issues, you can contact me directly through the website, sarabantahealth.com. Happy to put together a protocol for you, and join the free group coaching on Telegram with the link below. There is no downside. I teach you on a daily basis with tips and tools to enhance your health, and you will be a part of a like-minded group to support you on your health journey, in addition to truly taking control of your health. The protocols and supplements I discuss are all found at sarabantahealth.com. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram under Accelerated Health Products, and across over 100 channels under Accelerated Health TV and radio show, including YouTube, Stitcher, Pandora, iTunes, or whatever podcast platform you subscribe to. If you like what you heard today, please hit the subscribe button and share with a few of your friends who may need my help. And join us every week, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific live. And you can find all of the supplements we talked about at SaraBantaHealth.com using coupon WELCOME10 for your first order with 10% off site-wide. Thanks again for joining us here at Accelerated Health TV and Radio Show, and have a great week.